Welcome back to our channel, where we explore the most breathtaking corners of our incredible planet. Today, I'm absolutely thrilled to take you on an unforgettable journey through 7 of the most captivating destinations in the American Southeast, a region where Spanish moss drapes ancient oak trees, where jazz rhythms pulse through historic streets, and where turquoise waters meet pristine white sand beaches. From the vibrant Art Deco architecture of Miami to the soul-stirring melodies of Nashville, from the antebellum charm of Savannah to the magical theme parks of Orlando, this region is a tapestry woven with rich cultural threads, complex histories, and natural beauty that will absolutely take your breath away. We are talking about places where you can feast on world-class cuisine in New Orleans one day, snorkel in crystal-clear waters in Key West the next, and explore the civil rights history of Atlanta the day after that. But here's a question I want you to ponder as we embark on this journey together. What makes a place truly unforgettable? Is it the famous landmarks we check off our bucket lists, or is it the unexpected moments? The local musician playing on a street corner, the aroma of fresh beignets wafting through the air, the warmth of southern hospitality that makes you feel right at home. Now, before we explore this amazing adventure, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on our travel guides. And don't forget to check out the links in the description below this video, which will make it easy for you to make this dream trip a reality. Now, let's explore the strangest wonders of the American Southeast. Miami, Florida. Miami, this dazzling metropolis perched on the southeastern tip of Florida, where the Atlantic Ocean kisses the eastern shore and the mysterious Everglades sprawl to the west. Sitting at just 7,617 degrees N latitude and 1,918 degrees W longitude, Miami enjoys a tropical monsoon climate that makes it a year-round paradise. The city stretches across approximately 56 square miles, though the greater Miami metropolitan area encompasses over 6,000 square miles, making it the 7th largest metro area in the United States. The geography here is utterly unique, built on a foundation of oolitic limestone and surrounded by the vast wetland ecosystem of the Everglades. Miami sits barely above sea level, with an average elevation of just 6 feet. The iconic Biscayne Bay separates the mainland from the Barrier Islands, including the world-famous Miami Beach, while to the south, the city gradually transitions into the subtropical wilderness that eventually leads to the Florida Keys. cultural landscape here reflects waves of immigration that have transformed Miami into one of the most internationally diverse cities in America. Cuban Americans form the largest Hispanic group, but you'll also find thriving communities from Colombia, Venezuela, Haiti, Brazil, Argentina, and countless other nations. This isn't a melting pot. It's more like a vibrant mosaic where each culture maintains its distinct identity while contributing to the greater whole. Miami's artistic soul shines brightest during Art Basel Miami Beach, when the international art world descends upon the city each December. But the creative energy flows year-round through the windward walls, where massive murals transform warehouses into open-air galleries, and in the design district, where high fashion meets cutting-edge architecture. Miami's story is remarkably young compared to other major American cities. While humans have inhabited this region for thousands of years, with the Tequesta people being the area's original inhabitants, modern Miami wasn't incorporated until 1896, making it one of America's youngest major cities. The city owes its birth to two visionaries, Julia Tuttle, often called the Mother of Miami, who convinced railroad magnate Henry Flagler to extend his Florida East Coast Railway to the area, and William Brickell, who donated land for the project. The 1920s brought the first real estate boom, transforming Miami Beach from mosquito-infested mangrove swamps into an Art Deco playground. The Mediterranean revival and Art Deco architecture from this era still defines South Beach's iconic Ocean Drive, creating the largest collection of Art Deco architecture in the world, over 800 historic buildings painted in those distinctive pastel hues. Through the decades, Miami survived hurricanes, the cocaine cowboys era of the 1980s, and various economic upheavals to emerge as a global city, a major center for international trade, finance, media, entertainment, arts, and culture. Let's talk about the places you absolutely cannot miss in Miami. First up, South Beach and the Art Deco Historic District. Ocean Drive is where Miami's postcard-perfect image comes to life. Those iconic pastel-colored buildings with their nautical motifs, porthole windows, and neon signs create an architectural time capsule. The best time to experience it? Early morning, when the light is soft, and you can grab a Cuban coffee before the crowds arrive. The windward walls have revolutionized the concept of street art. What was once a warehouse district has become an international destination for contemporary art. World-renowned artists like Shepard Fairey, Kenny Scharf, and Os Gemios have transformed entire building facades into stunning murals. Walking through Wynwood isn't just sightseeing, it's an immersive art experience where every corner reveals new colors, messages, and creative expression. Vizcaya Museum and Gardens transports you to a different era entirely. This Italian Renaissance-style villa, built by industrialist James Deering in 1916, features 34 rooms filled with European antiques and decorative arts, surrounded by 10 acres of formal gardens overlooking Biscayne Bay. It's a stunning reminder of Miami's Gilded Age ambitions. Miami dazzles as a young, dynamic city where American ambition meets Latin American soul. From its Art Deco architectural treasures and world-class street art to its authentic Cuban neighborhoods and gateway to the Everglades, Miami offers a unique blend of urban sophistication and natural wonder. Whether you're soaking up the sun on South Beach, exploring vibrant cultural enclaves, or venturing into the wilderness just beyond the city limits, Miami delivers an experience unlike anywhere else in America. Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, the capital and most populous city of Georgia, sitting at the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. Located at 7,490 degrees N, 3,880 degrees W, Atlanta rests at an elevation of approximately 1,050 feet above sea level, significantly higher than Miami, which contributes to its more moderate climate. The city sprawls across 134 square miles, with the greater metropolitan area covering over 8,300 square miles across 29 counties. Atlanta's geography is characterized by rolling hills, dense tree cover. The city is often called the city in a forest, with a tree canopy covering nearly 48% of the area, and the Chattahoochee River forming much of its northwestern boundary. The city sits atop the Eastern Continental Divide, meaning that rainwater falling on one side flows to the Gulf of Mexico, while water on the other side eventually reaches the Atlantic Ocean. This Piedmont location, neither mountains nor coastal plain, has always made Atlanta a natural crossroads. Atlanta is the beating heart of the American South, but it's a new South, progressive, diverse, and forward-thinking while still honoring its complex past. This is a city that produced both the Confederacy's war effort and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream of equality. Today, Atlanta boasts the third largest concentration of Fortune 500 companies in America and serves as the unofficial capital of African American culture and business. The city's cultural landscape reflects this duality. You'll find world-class institutions like the High Museum of Art, showcasing everything from classic European paintings to contemporary African-American art. The Fox Theatre, a stunning example of 1920s Moorish design, hosts Broadway shows and concerts. Meanwhile, the city's music scene has given the world everything from Outkast and T.I. to Usher and Migos. Atlanta is the undisputed capital of modern hip-hop and R&B. Atlanta's history is one of destruction and rebirth, hence its symbol, the phoenix rising from the ashes. The city began as terminus in 1837, simply the end of the Western and Atlantic Railroad line. By 1845, it was renamed Atlanta, a feminine version of Atlantic, and its strategic position as a railroad hub would define its destiny. The 20th century brought new challenges and triumphs. Atlanta became the birthplace of the modern civil rights movement, with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., born and raised here, leading the Southern Christian Leadership Conference from the city's Auburn Avenue, once known as Sweet Auburn, the richest Negro street in the world, according to Fortune magazine in 1956. The city's relatively peaceful desegregation in the 1960s under Mayor William Hartsfield's leadership earned it the nickname, the city too busy to hate. In 1996, Atlanta hosted the Summer Olympic Games, a coming-out party that transformed the city's infrastructure and international reputation. Centennial Olympic Park, built for the Games, remains a downtown gathering place. Since then, Atlanta has continued its upward trajectory, becoming a major player in film and television production, earning the nickname Hollywood of the South, a hub for tech startups, and a magnet for young professionals from across the country. The Martin Luther King Jr. National Historical Park is essential for understanding not just Atlanta, but America itself. This 35-acre park preserves Dr. King's childhood home, the historic Ebenezer Baptist Church where he and his father preached, and the King Center, where both Dr. King and Coretta Scott King are entombed. Walking these streets, you can feel the weight of history and the power of the movement that changed the nation. The nearby Sweet Auburn district, though not as prosperous as its heyday, still contains important landmarks of African American achievement. The Georgia Aquarium, one of the largest in the world, houses over 100,000 animals representing several hundred species across 11 million gallons of water. The Ocean Voyager exhibit features whale sharks, gentle giants that are absolutely mesmerizing to watch. The aquarium's conservation efforts and educational programs make it more than just entertainment. It's a vital institution for ocean advocacy. Atlanta embodies resilience and reinvention, rising from Civil War ashes to become the economic engine of the Southeast and a global city. From its pivotal role in the civil rights movement to its modern identity as a hub for business, entertainment, and culture, Atlanta honors its complex past while building an inclusive future. Whether you're exploring historic civil rights landmarks, enjoying world-class attractions like the Georgia Aquarium, or experiencing the city's legendary hip-hop scene and Southern cuisine, Atlanta offers depth, diversity, and dynamism that few cities can match. New Orleans, Louisiana. Welcome to New Orleans, the Crescent City, Big Easy, NOLA, a place unlike anywhere else in America. Situated at 9,511 degrees N, 0715 degrees W in southeastern Louisiana, New Orleans occupies a precarious position between the Mississippi River and Lake Pontchartrain. The city curves along a bend in the mighty Mississippi, giving rise to its Crescent City nickname, and sprawls across approximately 350 square miles, though about half of that is water. Here's the thing that makes New Orleans geographically unique and vulnerable. Most of the city sits below sea level, with some areas as much as 6 feet below. The city is essentially a bowl surrounded by levees that hold back the river, the lake, and the Gulf of Mexico. This geography has shaped everything about New Orleans, from its distinctive above-ground cemeteries. The high water table makes traditional burial impractical, to the devastating impact of Hurricane Katrina in 2005. The subtropical climate means hot, humid summers and mild winters, with rainfall abundant throughout the year. The Mississippi River Delta, where the Great River finally meets the Gulf of Mexico after its 2,300-mile journey from Minnesota, creates an incredibly rich ecosystem of marshes, swamps, and bayous teeming with wildlife. The cultural gumbo of New Orleans is literally reflected in its cuisine, gumbo being the perfect metaphor, with its West African roots, okra, and the cooking technique, French influence, roux, Spanish contributions, peppers, and indigenous elements, filet powder from sassafras. But it's not just about food. The city's language includes unique phrases and Creole words. The architecture, those iconic shotgun houses, Creole cottages with their Caribbean-inspired designs, and French Quarter buildings with ornate iron balconies, reflect centuries of cultural exchange. New Orleans created jazz in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, and music remains its lifeblood. On any given night, you can hear traditional jazz, brass bands, bounce music, Zydeco, blues, and R&B pouring from clubs, street corners, and second-line parades. Music here isn't performance, it's participation, community, celebration of life itself. The city's celebration culture peaks during Mardi Gras, but that's just the most famous of countless festivals. Jazz Fest, Essence Festival, Voodoo Music plus Arts Experience, French Quarter Fest, Creole Tomato Festival, NOLA finds reasons to celebrate year-round. Even funerals become celebrations, with jazz funerals featuring a solemn dirge to the cemetery followed by jubilant music on the return, celebrating the deceased's release from earthly suffering. New Orleans was founded by the French in 1718, named for Philippe II, Duke of Orleans. But the city's strategic location at the mouth of the Mississippi made it a prize that changed hands several times. France ceded it to Spain in 1762, got it back in 1800, and then sold it to the United States as part of the Louisiana Purchase in 1803, all before most American cities were even founded. This colonial heritage left indelible marks. The French Quarter's architecture is actually primarily Spanish, rebuilt after devastating fires in 1788 and 1794 during Spanish rule. The Napoleonic Code influenced Louisiana's legal system. It's the only U.S. state with a legal system partially based on French civil law rather than English common law. The Catholic influence remains strong in this predominantly Protestant nation. During the 19th century, New Orleans became one of America's wealthiest and most important cities, the nation's fourth largest by 1840. The port city grew rich on cotton, sugar, and the horrible slave trade. New Orleans was the largest slave market in the nation. This dark chapter in history profoundly shaped the city's demographics and culture. After the Civil War and Reconstruction, the city's economy stagnated, but its culture flourished as free African Americans created new art forms, businesses, and communities. Preservation Hall is a pilgrimage site for jazz lovers. This intimate venue has hosted traditional New Orleans jazz since 1961, with no bar, no fancy stage, just wooden benches, ancient walls, and the purest jazz you'll ever hear. The musicians who play here carry on traditions passed down through generations, connecting modern audiences to the music's origins. The National WWAI Museum is one of the world's premier institutions dedicated to World War II. What started as the D-Day Museum has expanded into a massive complex with immersive exhibits, oral histories, and artifacts that tell the complete story of the American experience in the war. It's been designated by Congress as America's official WWII museum and is absolutely worth a full day of exploration. New Orleans is America's most culturally unique city, where centuries of diverse influences created distinctive art, music, cuisine, and ways of life found nowhere else. From the French Quarter's historic architecture and Jackson Square's vibrant energy to Frenchmen Street's authentic music scene and the solemn beauty of above-ground cemeteries, New Orleans offers layers of experience that reward repeated visits. Despite facing challenges from poverty to natural disasters, the city's indomitable spirit, embodied in its music, food, and celebration culture, continues to make New Orleans an essential American destination and a living monument to cultural resilience. Savannah, Georgia. Savannah, Georgia's oldest city, sitting along the Atlantic coast, where the Savannah River empties into the Atlantic Ocean. Located at 32.0809 degrees N, 81.0912 degrees W, approximately 20 miles upriver from the coast, Savannah occupies a strategic position that has shaped its history and economy for nearly 3 centuries. The city covers about 108 square miles across the coastal plain, with a flat topography rarely exceeding 50 feet above sea level. The Savannah River, forming the border between Georgia and South Carolina, has always been the city's lifeline, first for shipping cotton, lumber, and rice, later for containerized cargo that still flows through the port of Savannah, one of the busiest ports in the United States. The coastal location brings a humid subtropical climate with hot summers and mild winters, plus the ever-present threat of hurricanes during the Atlantic season. What makes Savannah's geography especially picturesque is the ancient oak trees draped with Spanish moss that create natural canopies over squares and streets. These trees, some over 300 years old, give the city its dreamlike, timeless quality. The nearby barrier islands, Tybee Island, Hilton Head just across the river in South Carolina, and others, provide easy access to beautiful beaches and coastal ecosystems. Savannah exudes Southern charm in its purest form, but it's a sophisticated, cosmopolitan charm that has welcomed artists, writers, and free spirits for generations. This is a city that honors tradition while embracing creativity, where social graces and good manners matter, but eccentricity is celebrated. The city's historic preservation movement, beginning in the 1950s, saved Savannah from the urban renewal destruction that befell many American cities. Today, the Savannah Historic District is one of the largest national historic landmark districts in the United States, with over 1,600 contributing buildings preserving architectural styles from Federal to Victorian. Walking through the district feels like time travel, with those 22 historic squares creating intimate urban spaces that encourage lingering, conversation, and community. The city's culinary scene balances traditional low-country cuisine, shrimp and grits, she crab soup, fried chicken, and low-country boil, with innovative contemporary restaurants helmed by acclaimed chefs. The to-go cup culture, you can walk around the historic district with alcoholic beverages in go cups, contributes to the relaxed, convivial atmosphere. Savannah's story begins in 1733, when James Oglethorpe founded it as the first city in the new Georgia colony. Oglethorpe designed the city using a distinctive grid of squares that remains Savannah's defining characteristic, an urban planning innovation ahead of its time. The original plan included 6 squares, and over the following century, the pattern expanded to 24 squares, with 22 still intact today. The founding colony had noble intentions. It was established partly as a refuge for debtors and the poor, and initially prohibited slavery and alcohol. Both prohibitions were later abandoned as economically impractical. The city's strategic location made it militarily important, and Savannah survived sieges, battles, and occupations during the Revolutionary War and Civil War. By the 19th century, Savannah had become one of the South's most prosperous cities, built on cotton exports that made it the cotton capital. The tragic irony, of course, is that this prosperity depended on enslaved labor. The city's first African Baptist church, dating to 1777, is one of the oldest African American congregations in the United States, and its story represents the resilience and faith of the enslaved community. Forsyth Park is Savannah's crown jewel, 30 acres of green space with the iconic Forsyth Fountain at its center. This stunning white fountain, dating to 1858, has become Savannah's most photographed landmark. The park hosts farmers' markets, concerts, festivals, and serves as the city's communal living room. Oak trees dripping with Spanish moss frame the park, and on any given day you'll find locals walking dogs, students sketching, couples strolling, and children playing, a living portrait of Savannah life. The historic district's 22 squares each have their own character. Chippewa Square famously appeared in Forrest Gump, though the bench was a movie prop. Monterey Square features the Mercer Williams House Museum, the setting for Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Madison Square showcases the Green Meldrum House, where Sherman headquartered during his occupation. Lafayette Square offers perhaps the most perfectly preserved 19th century urban space in America. Spend time in each square, sit on a bench, and absorb the atmosphere. This is Savannah's gift to visitors. River Street along the Savannah River occupies renovated cotton warehouses that once stored king cotton before export. Today, the cobblestone street hosts shops, restaurants, and bars with spectacular river views. Watch massive container ships glide past, seemingly impossibly close to the historic buildings, reminding you that Savannah remains a working port city. Bonaventure Cemetery is hauntingly beautiful, a garden cemetery with ornate Victorian monuments, sculptures, and those ever-present live oaks draped with Spanish moss. Made famous by Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, the cemetery is the final resting place of poet Conrad Aiken, songwriter Johnny Mercer, and many of Savannah's founding families. It's a peaceful, contemplative space that celebrates life as much as mourns death. Savannah captivates visitors with its meticulously preserved historic beauty, 22 charming squares, and gracious Southern culture that balances tradition with creativity. From the iconic Forsyth Fountain and moss-draped oaks to the cobblestones of River Street and the Gothic beauty of Bonaventure Cemetery, Savannah rewards those who slow down and savor its atmosphere. The city's remarkable architectural preservation, thriving art scene, and authentic Southern hospitality make it one of America's most romantic and enchanting destinations, perfect for those seeking beauty, history, and a gentler pace of life. Key West, Florida. Key West sits at the very end of the Florida Keys Island chain at 5,551 degrees N, 81, 7,800 degrees W, the southernmost point in the continental United States, just 90 miles from Cuba. This small island, measuring only 4 miles long by 2 miles wide, is connected to mainland Florida by the spectacular Overseas Highway, US Route 1, which hops from key to key via 42 bridges, including the famous 7-mile bridge. The geography here is completely unique. These coral islands, keys comes from the Spanish cayo, meaning small island, barely rise above sea level, with Key West's highest natural point reaching just 18 feet. The island sits between the Atlantic Ocean to the east and the Gulf of Mexico to the west, surrounded by the only living coral reef in North America, and waters that transition from turquoise to deep blue in the span of a few hundred yards. The tropical Savannah climate means warm temperatures year-round, with a dry season from November to April that draws winter-weary northerners, called snowbirds, seeking warmth and sunshine. Hurricane season brings the occasional threat, but the danger is offset by generally perfect weather and stunning natural beauty, technicolor sunsets, crystalline waters, and skies that seem impossibly blue. Key West embodies freedom, independence, and tolerance in ways few places can match. This is where the famous motto, "One Human Family," isn't just a slogan but a lived reality. The island has long been a refuge for misfits, artists, dreamers, LGBTQ+ individuals, and anyone seeking to live life on their own terms. The Conch Republic's secession from the United States in 1982, a publicity stunt protesting a Border Patrol checkpoint, perfectly captures Key West's rebellious, independent spirit. The cultural mix here reflects the island's history as a crossroads. Spanish, Cuban, Bahamian, and American influences create a unique conch culture. Longtime Key West residents are called conchs. Caribbean influences dominate the cuisine, music, and architecture. The prevalence of Bahama houses and Caribbean-style wooden buildings with tin roofs, wide porches, and pastel colors give Key West its distinctive visual character. The island was originally inhabited by the Calusa people, then claimed by Spain. The name possibly derives from Cayo Huso, bone key in Spanish, either referring to bones found by early explorers or corruption of the Spanish name. The United States acquired Florida and Key West from Spain in 1821. The 19th century brought prosperity through unusual industries. Wrecking, salvaging cargo from ships that foundered on the dangerous reefs made Key West one of the richest cities per capita in America during the 1850s. Cigar manufacturing, using Cuban tobacco and Cuban immigrant workers, created another economic boom. Sponge diving, salt production, and the island's strategic military importance, Fort Zachary Taylor dates from 1845, all contributed to growth. But geography always threatened that prosperity. The island's isolation and lack of fresh water posed constant challenges. The arrival of Henry Flagler's Florida East Coast Railway in 1912 finally connected Key West to the mainland, ushering in a new era. Hemingway arrived in 1928, drawn by the island's frontier atmosphere and world-class fishing. His presence attracted other artists and began Key West's transformation into a literary destination. The late 20th century saw Key West become increasingly popular as a cruise ship port and LGBTQ+ destination. The AIDS crisis devastated the community in the 1980s and early 1990s, but the response demonstrated Key West's compassion and solidarity. Today, the island successfully balances mass tourism with preserving the quirky, tolerant character that makes it special. Duval Street runs the length of the island from the Atlantic to the Gulf, and it's Key West's main artery for dining, drinking, and entertainment. From Sloppy Joe's bar, Hemingway's alleged favorite watering hole, to upscale restaurants, art galleries, and retail shops, Duval Street pulses with energy, especially at night. The street perfectly embodies Key West's mix of tourism and authenticity, commercialism and charm. Fort Zachary Taylor State Park offers the best beach in Key West, clear waters, good snorkeling, and the historic fort to explore. Built between 1845 and 1866, the fort played roles in the Civil War, Spanish-American War, and World War I. The beach is quieter than others on the island and perfect for a relaxing day swimming and sunbathing. For underwater adventures, the coral reefs surrounding Key West offer world-class snorkeling and diving. The clear, warm waters host colorful fish, sea turtles, rays, and diverse coral formations. Numerous operators offer half-day and full-day trips to various reef locations. Even non-swimmers can experience the underwater world via glass-bottom boat tour. Key West embodies the spirit of freedom and individuality at America's southernmost point, where turquoise waters, spectacular sunsets, and a tolerant, laid-back culture create a tropical paradise unlike anywhere else in the country. From Hemingway's historic home and the nightly sunset celebration at Mallory Square to pristine beaches and coral reefs, Key West offers the perfect blend of history, natural beauty, and celebration. The island's acceptance of all people, its artistic heritage, and its determination to preserve its quirky character despite tourism pressures make Key West an essential destination for anyone seeking authentic tropical beauty and genuine American eccentricity. Orlando, Florida. Orlando sits in the heart of Central Florida at 28, 5,383 degrees N, 81, 3,792 degrees W, approximately 60 miles from both the Atlantic coast and the Gulf Coast. The city occupies a unique position in the state's interior, with an elevation ranging from 82 to 200 feet above sea level, relatively high for Florida. The metropolitan area sprawls across nearly 4,000 square miles, encompassing numerous cities, towns, and unincorporated areas that blend seamlessly together. Central Florida's geography features thousands of lakes. Orange County alone has over 1,000 formed in limestone sinkholes, creating a landscape of wetlands, pine forests, and oak hammocks. The subtropical climate brings hot, humid summers with daily afternoon thunderstorms and mild, dry winters that attract millions of tourists. Unlike coastal Florida, Orlando's inland location means less hurricane risk, but more intense summer heat. Orlando's culture centers almost entirely around tourism and entertainment. The city essentially reinvented itself in the late 20th century from a small citrus-growing and military town into the theme park capital of the world. This transformation brought a unique culture where hospitality is paramount, entertainment is the primary industry, and millions of visitors from around the globe create a cosmopolitan atmosphere despite the city's suburban sprawl. But Orlando has culture beyond theme parks. The Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts hosts Broadway shows, symphony performances, and ballet. The Orlando Museum of Art showcases American, African, and contemporary art. The city has a surprisingly vibrant food scene, not just chain restaurants serving tourists, but authentic international cuisine from Brazilian steakhouses to Vietnamese pho restaurants, reflecting diverse immigrant communities. The downtown area and surrounding neighborhoods like Thornton Park and College Park feature historic architecture, local restaurants, craft breweries, and a growing urban culture distinct from the tourist zones. Lake Eola Park in downtown offers a peaceful retreat with its iconic fountain and swan boats, surrounded by skyline views that remind you Orlando is a real city, not just a tourist destination. Before becoming synonymous with Mickey Mouse, Orlando had a much quieter history. The area was originally inhabited by Creek and Seminole peoples. White settlement began in the mid-1800s, and the city was incorporated in 1875 with fewer than 100 residents. The name, Orlando, has disputed origins, possibly honoring Orlando Reeves, a soldier killed in the Second Seminole War, though historians debate this. For nearly a century, Orlando remained a small southern town focused on citrus growing, cattle ranching, and serving as a regional trade center. The arrival of the U.S. military during World War II, with the establishment of several military bases and training facilities, began to change the city's trajectory. The aerospace industry followed, with companies like Martin Marietta, now Lockheed Martin, establishing major facilities. But the real transformation began in 1965, when Walt Disney announced plans to build Walt Disney World. Disney had learned from his California experience. He wanted more control, more land, and more vision than Disneyland allowed. He secretly acquired 27,000 acres southwest of Orlando for what he initially called the Florida Project. Walt Disney died in 1966 before seeing his Florida dream realized, but his brother Roy pressed forward, and Magic Kingdom opened on October 1, 1971. Walt Disney World Resort isn't just a theme park, it's a 40-square-mile entertainment complex with 4 theme parks, 2 water parks, over 25 resort hotels, shopping districts, and countless dining options. Magic Kingdom remains the crown jewel, with Cinderella Castle as its icon and classic attractions like Space Mountain, Pirates of the Caribbean, and the Haunted Mansion. The experience Disney delivers goes beyond rides. It's about transportation, monorails, boats, buses creating a car-free vacation, accommodations ranging from value to deluxe resorts, and the meticulous attention to detail that Walt Disney called plussing, always making things a little bit better. The Magic Band system integrates hotel keys, park tickets, PhotoPass photos, and payment into a wearable bracelet, streamlining the experience. Universal Orlando Resort has emerged as serious competition to Disney, particularly with the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, spanning both Universal Studios Florida and Islands of Adventure. Walking through Diagon Alley or Hogsmeade, drinking butterbeer and riding attractions like Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts creates experiences that resonate deeply with fans. The resort also features thrilling attractions like the Incredible Hulk Coaster, Jurassic World Velocicoaster, one of the world's best roller coasters, and the dark ride masterpiece Spider-Man.
Why? It appears that your heart still beats. Oh dear, no offense. I mentioned.
Orlando has transformed itself into the theme park capital of the world, where Disney's magic and Universal's thrills create unparalleled entertainment experiences that attract over 75 million visitors annually. From the iconic Cinderella Castle and the immersive Wizarding World of Harry Potter to thrilling roller coasters and intimate animal encounters, Orlando offers attractions that appeal to every age and interest. While theme parks dominate, The city also features natural springs, performing arts, and a growing urban culture, making Orlando more than just a tourist destination. It's a testament to human imagination, technological innovation, and the enduring power of storytelling and wonder. Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee's capital and largest city, sits in the north-central part of the state at 1,627 degrees N, 7,816 degrees W, where the Cumberland River meanders through rolling hills and limestone bluffs. The city sprawls across approximately 526 square miles at an elevation ranging from 385 to 1,163 feet above sea level. The surrounding landscape features the Highland Rim, a geographic region characterized by its distinctive topography of hills, ridges, and fertile valleys. The Cumberland River has always been Nashville's lifeline, providing transportation, commerce, and defining the city's geography. The river creates dramatic bluffs and curves that shape neighborhoods and offer scenic vistas. Nashville's position in the interior South gives it a humid subtropical climate with 4 distinct seasons: hot, humid summers, mild to cool winters with occasional snow, and spectacular spring and fall seasons when the surrounding hills burst with wildflowers or autumn colors. The city's geography, far enough inland to be protected from hurricanes, but connected via rivers and railroads to both the Mississippi Valley and the eastern seaboard, made it a natural crossroads and regional hub. This central location in Tennessee contributed to its selection as the state capital in 1843. Nashville is Music City, USA, a title that's not just marketing but fundamental truth. This is where country music was born, grew up, and still lives. The Grand Ole Opry, the longest-running radio show in history, has broadcast from Nashville since 1925. But Nashville's music scene extends far beyond country. You'll hear blues, rock, pop, gospel, bluegrass, Americana, and increasingly, hip-hop and R&B emerging from Nashville studios. Nashville's history begins with Fort Nashborough, established in 1779 by James Robertson and John Donaldson on the Cumberland River bluffs. Named for Francis Nash, a Revolutionary War hero, the settlement faced early challenges from territorial disputes and conflicts with Native American tribes. But its strategic location promoted growth, and Nashville was incorporated as a city in 1806. The 19th century saw Nashville develop as a river port, trading center, and railroad hub. The Civil War brought profound trauma. Tennessee was deeply divided, and Nashville, occupied by Union forces in February 1862, became a major Union supply depot and military headquarters for the Western Theater. The Battle of Nashville in December 1864 was one of the war's most decisive Union victories. After the war, Nashville slowly rebuilt, though the wounds of conflict and Reconstruction left deep scars. The 20th century transformed Nashville into Music City. The Grand Ole Opry began in 1925 as the WSM Barn Dance, eventually becoming country music's premier showcase. Record labels established Nashville offices. Recording studios, most famously RCA Studio B, where Elvis, Dolly Parton, and countless others recorded, made the city a music production center. The Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum, opened in 1967, became the genre's official archive and celebration. The city's recent growth has been staggering. Nashville's population increased by over 20% between 2010 and 2020, with the metro area approaching 2 million residents. The city has become a destination for bachelor and bachelorette parties, earning the unfortunate nickname Nashvegas, corporate relocations, and young professionals seeking lower costs than coastal cities while maintaining urban amenities. This growth brings both prosperity and challenges as Nashville works to maintain its musical soul amid development pressures. The Grand Ole Opry is more than a venue. It's a living institution, the heart of country music for nearly a century. Attending a show means witnessing country music history in the making. The format remains similar to the early radio days, a variety show with multiple performers doing short sets, ranging from legends to rising stars. The Ryman Auditorium, the mother church of country music, hosted the Grand Ole Opry from 1943 to 1974. This former tabernacle, built in 1892, features Victorian Gothic Revival architecture and acoustics so pure they're legendary. Today, the Ryman hosts concerts across genres. Everyone from Yo-Yo Ma to Pearl Jam recognizes the honor of playing this sacred space. The building itself tells Nashville's story, religious roots, musical evolution, and the transformation from regional curiosity to international destination. The Johnny Cash Museum and Patsy Cline Museum pay tribute to two of country music's most legendary figures. The Cash Museum features the most comprehensive collection of Cash artifacts and memorabilia in the world, including handwritten letters, stage costumes, guitars, and gold records. The Patsy Cline Museum honors the legendary singer who died tragically at 30, but left an indelible mark on country music with her powerful, emotionally rich voice. Printers Alley, a narrow downtown street between 3rd and 4th Avenues, was once Nashville's red light district and later became the city's nightclub epicenter in the 1940s 1970s. While much tamer today, it retains historic character and hosts several clubs, bars, and restaurants in buildings that witnessed decades of Nashville nightlife. Nashville pulses with the rhythm of American music, from the Grand Ole Opry's legendary stage to the honky-tonks of Broadway, where live music fills the air day and night. The city honors its country music heritage through world-class museums and historic venues while embracing growth and evolution that's making Nashville one of America's most dynamic cities. From the intimate songwriters' circles at the Bluebird Cafe to the spicy, addictive hot chicken that's become a culinary phenomenon, Nashville delivers authentic experiences that celebrate creativity, craftsmanship, and Southern hospitality. Whether you're a music lover, foodie, or simply seeking a city with soul, Nashville welcomes you with open arms and 3 chords and the truth. We've taken together through 7 of the most captivating destinations in the American Southeast. From Miami's multicultural vibrancy and Art Deco splendor to Atlanta's Phoenix-like resilience and civil rights heritage. From New Orleans' unmatched soul and musical genius to Savannah's timeless beauty and gracious charm. From Key West's tropical freedom and colorful sunsets to Orlando's imaginative theme parks and magical experiences. And finally, to Nashville's authentic music scene and creative spirit. Each destination offers something truly special and irreplaceable. So here's my question for you. Which of these 7 destinations called to your heart? Which one are you adding to your travel bucket list first? Drop a comment below and let me know. I love hearing about your travel dreams and experiences. If you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss our travel guides. We've got so many more amazing destinations to explore together.